Hey.
This feels so much better. This feels so good.
Oh, you can go right ahead and suck it, losers. Oh my goodness. Cats. Oh my goodness. What a win. What a win. I tell you what, that first half, I was a little bit nervous. We played like crap. Got downhill, got a lot of fouls, couldn't hit a free throw. Indiana also played like crap. But then being a 3-point shooting team, you're like, hey, if they can get this thing going, they can really extend this lead. And then we saw the best version of Kentucky in that second half.
Yes.
And I got to give you a shout out, dude. What'd you say in the last Rando recap when we previewed this game? You
said Diabate was going to be the player of the game walking in. Welcome back.
You did. You said, hey, if Mo D is back, he will be the player of the game. And you were correct. And also, shout out BG. BG. Oh, that dunk was filthy. Let me see if I can I'll see if I can pull it up while we're doing this. But hey, we were really hard on BG. All of BBN was hard on BG. And Coach Pope looked him in the face and said, I don't like watching you play basketball. He said, you currently, this form of Brandon Garrison stinks. And he responded, man. He responded. He looked good. I mean, he was in there to close the game. Malachi Moreno got subbed in there for a little bit. But when it came down to the brass tacks, got to win this game, extend it out, BG was in there offensively, defensively. We said Brandon Garrison showed flashes last year, but we just didn't know where he was mentally. He was locked in every step of the way mentally this game. Go ahead. I'm going to try to find this thing. You talk to him. What'd you see today?
If we're talking negatives, Zelly. He was crazy with the ball today. Instead of just shooting it or going to the basket, he wasn't the only one on the team hesitating a bunch, but oh gosh, he was shooting crazy. He got a 3-pointer, only one better than Wagner's 2-point game against Louisville, I think. But
here it is right here.
Yeah, I don't really like how he played, but we got the W, so I can't complain. And Mo D bringing that energy of like 1,000 rebounds. He went up there with the one hand, just throwing it against the glass,
getting hacked the whole time. I mean, good grief, he got fouled like crazy.
And J-Lo,
yeah,
those refs.
J-Lo missed some point blanks at the rim. We'll talk about the negatives, but yeah. Zell I think he's trying to figure out his way into this offense and, being a guy at Kentucky versus being like a 6-man coming off the bench type guy. I mean, he played against 2 of the best guards in college basketball last year.
But like the first few recaps that we made, we were like, Zelly, oh my gosh, he is doing so good. He is on a hot streak. We need him. We need that version of him to come back into Rupp or anywhere. Yeah.
Look at this.
Hey, always be nice.
Hey,
always be nice.
Bam! I mean, my goodness. That was a great dunk. And that really just got him going, right? Mm-hmm. He been playing great, but that really was I don't know. It was just like, it gave him some swag, man. Like, hey, I'm in this thing. But he had a couple great show outputs defensively too. Like I said, he looked connected. We got some. Let's pull up the chat here. The chat's going. Yeah, Low and Mo changed the game for sure, 100%. And Lowe is just so shifty. His ability to get downhill and create one-on-one or be able to pass it out to open shooters. Or he had a wrap that I think it was Lowe that had that wrap around. He got stuck in the baseline, found it, wrap around down low, and Mo had the and one, I believe. But yeah, his vision is great, and if he can hit that mid range, that little shake left to right, push off, bam, hit that jumper. That is great. And in a game where offensively, like collectively as a whole, shooting wise, not great, not great at all. We find a way to grind out a win, right? It was all hustle plays. It was all Mo Diabate hustle plays. It was Brandon Garrison stepping up, Otega Oweh getting steals and runouts and getting to the free throw line. Nothing came easily on the offensive side until we really stepped up our game defensively, right? Mm-hmm. So let's try to. We're super excited. I think we definitely scared your sister throughout this game. If she could talk, she would be like, "Y'all are outside of your mind. We were losing it. The neighbors 100% heard us." That was the most excited we've been watching Kentucky play all year. I mean, that was the best collective game we had seen. We beat up on some bad teams, but that was in the end, a decent team. Should be a quad win at the end of the season, and we get one in Rupp Arena for the hometown fans. They deserve one. Let's start in the first half. Okay, ugly kind of first half. We got the free throw line a bunch, 10 fouls. Yeah. So talk about that.
We missed a bunch. Free throws and 3-pointers.
Yeah, the 3-pointers.
The 3-pointers, the free throws are not doing well for us, and we just got in the first half. We just got killed by DeVries and Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar was able to get his shot. Him getting in foul trouble was really, really big for us and bad for Indiana. It was really smart in that second half for Lowe, knowing he had 3, to go after him and pick up that 4th foul. It was Lowe or Colin Chandler, I can't remember, but one of them kind of just took it at him and picked up that foul. And he sat most of the second half. Probably should have came in earlier and trusted him, but he didn't. But yeah, I mean, for a team that relies on 3-point shooting, we gave them some open looks that they missed. Let's be honest. They missed some open looks, but we really closed out. We played physical. And in a game on the road, if you can make them question their ability to shoot early, it becomes a mental game, right? Like you saw when DeVries hit that shot in the first half, he was so emotional, like coming down the court, like it's like he made one. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like he just was seen like over exaggerated that he finally hit a shot. So everybody was pent up. The rivalry's back, Indiana, Kentucky. And even for most of these dudes who, even the Kentucky kids, Jasper, Malachi, like these guys were super young when the rivalry stopped. You never saw a Kentucky-Indiana game. This is the first time you've seen the rivalry go. You're 9, right? So it's like, it's been a long time since this game's been played. And to get the win at Rupp after, what the season's been so far, huge. All right, so we talked about it. We got to the free throw line, which was good. The offense was non-existent, really. Everything was troublesome for Kentucky. We got to the free throw line. We missed a bunch of free throws, end up down at half. Come back. It's really a 6-8 point game all the way through, and then the effort just picked up, starting with your guy, Mo Diabate. What did you see from him defensively on the glass? Just talk us through what your thoughts on his game in the second half.
In the second half, he was just doing great on defense. He was doing what Colin Chandler wasn't, and getting away from those pick and rolls. And he did great on defense. He got his hands up, didn't jump. He didn't jump to get faked out. He really saw the court very well, and especially on offense. Like, he did really good.
Was like, I think Mo Diabate knows that he's not going to get a lot of plays ran for him. He did in the second half, like there was some stuff on the block where he was just bigger, stronger than the guys that Indiana could throw at him. But he knows he's not going to get a lot of stuff drawn up for him, right? He's not Otega Oweh. He's not Zell. He's not Lowe. He's not Colin. But if he can step his game up defensively and then get offensive rebounds and generate points that way, like that's how he's driven. That's how he was at Alabama. He roasted us at Alabama playing that way. And now he's coming in. Think about this. This is the first game back. What has he missed? 3 games? Like 2 weeks? He's missed something like that with the sprain, the high ankle sprain. His first game back, and that's the kind of motor we see from him. That's the effort we see. Come on, dude. I mean, hell of an effort, man. And without Mo Diabate, if he doesn't play this game, we don't win. Bottom line, the way we were missing shots and the second chance buckets that he created for us, without him, we lose the game. And the narrative for Kentucky basketball right now is completely different. So, and I would say the same thing about Brandon Garrison. If Brandon Garrison, after the last game, when he gets pulled, if he just sits there and pouts, if he doesn't kind of look himself in the mirror and take ownership of his game, I don't think we win that game either. Like, he had some monumental plays in that second half that really, I mean, not only was it big in the box score, rebounds, block shots, points in the paint, but when Brandon Garrison made great plays, Rupp Arena exploded. Like, you could hear it from here in San Diego, like on the TV copy. You could hear that arena losing it because I think all of us collectively knew how much we were beating him up, right? Like, I mean, we said last, what was it, the 35-point loss against Gonzaga? Like, he was the most
points.
I think you would say that he showed the most effort in that game, and we were like, that's why we lost by 35, right? If you want to get that for me. So, like, everybody really knew what he had been going through. So when he was making great plays, like the whole arena just blew up, and that was a moment in term too, especially in the second half. Like, it was for sure. It was great. Okay, so we get a win against Indiana at home. Had to have it, right? But we got another tough matchup in a week.
St. John's. Against
St. John's and Rick Pitino, right? In Catlanta. So, like, there will be a lot of blue there. St. John's travels well, too. So, like, it'll be a tough crowd. What do you think we need to do to elevate our game a little bit, right? We got the monkey off our back. We finally got a big win. What we got to do now in the next week to try to get a win in a neutral site game against a really tough ranked opponent?
I think we just have to, if we're pulling these threes, they got to go in. And we got to be like Kobe Bryant. One goes in, it gets bigger and bigger. Yeah. And then
I don't know if we have that guy, though.
And we also have to start making free throws a bunch. We need to be collective on the court, in the paint, because we were hesitating when we were going for the layups, thinking that they were going to come behind us and block it.
Yeah, play through contact, right? Yeah.
And just get more, like, we did really good this game, but a little bit more effort on defense and just, get collective in offense and not hesitate and go all crazy with the ball and think, oh, this is just get the pressure to you, go in contact, get that and one, and it can get better.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta get that black State Line co hat on. You gotta get you rocking. You got a big old dome on you. It'll fit. There you go. Yeah, I'll tighten it up for you. Let me see. Yeah. So I agree with you. I think we can't just get away from the 3-point shot. All right. We haven't shown that we can consistently make it. Cam has been like a major, see how that fits, has been like a major disappointment. There you go. Well, he's good on you, dude. Yeah, buddy. So, like, God, you look like a 13-year-old. I don't like it. You look too old with that hat on. Cam has been a disappointment. I think he's got to get consistent. That one that he did make today hit every piece of the rim and maybe even a little bit of the backboard to go down. But hey, it doesn't matter. It counts all the same. But he's got to build some confidence. Zell saw one go in today. I think he's got to build some confidence. Unfortunately, Trent Noah got a couple good looks, just couldn't knock him down. But we can't abandon three-point shot. I think it'll eventually come to us. Now, we have enough data that we're not going to be a great three-point shooting team. If we can get to 35, 38%, I think that's a blessing. If we can get that good, because we don't have a 50% three-point shooter. We don't have Bray on this team. Like, Colin Chandler was that guy early in the season, but he's definitely getting colder and colder. Okay, so what I saw today, actually, even as not great as the offense looked, right? Offense didn't look great. We still dropped 72 points, right? Because we got downhill. We finally started hitting free throws in the second half of this game. This game actually gives me a lot of confidence for the St. John's game because it's the exact same way we're going to have to play. St. John's is going to play us this way, right? We're going to have to win in the mud, getting the free throw line, getting downhill, playing physical. We have to win this way against St. John's because they have shooters. They have guys who can score. But Rick Pitino's teams at St. John's, it's like, I don't want to call it Houston, but it's Houston-esque, right? It's just like these guys are going to be experienced veteran. He's going to make you play tough. And if they're hitting shots, they're super dangerous. But even if they're not great offensively, they're going to beat you up on the defensive end. They're going to be able to play fast and really get down and in transition score points, right? So if their half-court offense isn't great, they're still going to be able to generate points because they're so good defensively, and they're going to create fouls because of angles and how physical they are on the offensive side too. So the fact that we got this game and the fact we had to play that way, I think you can show a lot of clips of this game in the film room with the boys and be like, hey, you're going to have to do the exact same thing against St. John's and Rick Pitino, right? We saw a lot of Rick Pitino ball from Coach Pope today, which makes sense. He played for him. He's national championship captain for Ricky P. What do you think about the lineups? Because we saw, I think, an extended rotation in the first half. In the second half, we didn't. Like, it was condensed. Brandon Garrison, Mo Diabata finished the lineup. Otega Owe got a bunch of minutes. Even Pope's guy, Colin Chandler, like, he was getting beat defensively. That back cut in the first half was by Lamar and others was like tearing Colin up. And if he's not making buckets for you on the offensive end, if he's one of the ones that was hesitating under the hoop, not playing through contact, if he's not scoring for you,
take him out.
Yeah, you can't play him, right? We were a little upset at the end of the game. It was like 3-something to go. Indiana was going on a little run. Mo Diabata came out of the game, and you saw Cam in the game. It was Cam, right? I think it was Cam that came in the game. And then I think Pope was just doing a little offense defense because Mo Diabata was right back in at the under bounce play, the baseline out of bounds play for Indiana, and he got the steal, right? So we saw the rotation condense a lot, right? So if we're going to go in the first half with Pope saying, I want to play up 10, 11 dudes, especially if Jaden Quiggins is back. But by the time we get to the second half, I'm only going to play 7, 8 dudes that are like playing the game the right way, the way I want to do it. They're scoring like their momentum on their side. They're having a night. I think I'm okay with that as long as we don't get into these huge deficits, right? Like, what was it? What was this deficit at half? 7 or 8, something like that. 6, 7, 8. It was something like that.
Yeah. Talk about the points that we scored.
Yeah.
People are going crazy.
Yeah, there was. We saw some Kentucky fans doing the 6, 7 in the audience. But I think you can kind of feel it out. 7. Thank you. So we were down 7.5. That gets dangerous. But we got depth. So I don't think you'd want to not play these guys, right? Like, if you got Trent Noah starting for you and he's hitting buckets, then you have to keep him in the game. But you also still want to get other guys in at that 3-4 spot. And when JQ comes in, you're going to have to play him, right? So, and if Brandon Garrison is going to give you this same guy, like we thought Brandon Garrison was going to be at the end of the bench. If he's going to play like this, then you got to play all three because Malachi has his moments. Jaden Quaintance is going to be special when he comes in. And then you got Brandon Garrison at the 5. So you got 3 legit 5s. You got Mo Diabata at the 4. I could see maybe Cam Williams losing some minutes if he's not hitting shots offensively, but he had a key block in the end of that game when they were trying to make a run on that jump shot. So, like, defensively, he's playing well. And then you got J-Lo, and he's not going to be able to play all the minutes at point guard. So you're going to have to figure out who can help him out. And if Jasper Johnson can figure that out, I don't know. It's going to be tough for Pope to go. We didn't see a lot of Jasper Johnson minutes because it just wasn't his kind of game. It was too physical for him. And I gotta give Pope a shout out for condensing that rotation. Say I'm playing the dudes who are giving me the best effort. Otega always out there getting steals and runouts and getting the free throw line. Zell is one of our only guys who can get to the rim and be an offensive presence one-on-one. He's still trying to figure it out. But I think he's eventually got to get there. J-Lo, when he's in the game, dude, like that crafty lefty, man. What'd you think about J-Lo, Spider-Man back in the lineup looking healthy?
I like him back, but I'm pretty sure he was also another one who didn't really want to play through contact. Well, no, he did play through contact a bunch, but the refs didn't call it for him, so he just stopped. But yeah, if he can, like you said, if he can get those floaters going and just little tiny push-offs and then let it fly and then it just sinks in almost every time, it's going to work. I like him in, and I like the Cal energy by Pope.
You guys saying Cal energy? I don't know if we're there yet.
No. Like put them in until
the rotation.
Until it seems like they jump to the ocean, sweating like crazy, and then you can take them out. But.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Not the Cal like actual energy, but
yeah, Cal dang near got drug off the court today by. But hey, listen, the players play like their coach, right? So they take on the identity coach, and we're seeing that like the effort we saw the last 2 games. We didn't even see it last year in games we were winning, coming back by 18 point down, setting records for top 15. We weren't seeing this sort of effort from the Kentucky team last year, right? So but now we just got to figure out how to be offensively as good as that other team, and we may not never get there. I would say most likely we're not, but we can figure out if we can play this way defensively. What is this? We need double O defense per yeah. So I think we discussed Otega always defense, like his ability, his on ball defense. I don't know why we played Colin Chandler so much beginning of the game on Lamar. I thought that was going to be Otega away assignment, but there's always some conversations about like you want to keep your offensive guys' legs fresh too, and he's sitting there chasing Lamar the whole time. But yeah, I mean, there were plays where he Otega always is best when he is getting in pass lanes, getting that championship chest, like Pope said last season, not doing a false step, but getting into the defensive stance and like anticipating a move, playing through his chest, getting a steal and getting a run out, right? That's what really, really gets him going. He makes a couple of those, and then he gets that corner 3 going, right? He could cash those in. So Otega Oweh this team is only going to make a special run if Otega Oweh gives us what he gave us last year. So, like, 100% agree with you that, Double O needs to fully transform into Tegatron and stay that way. Okay. Let's see. What have we talked about yet? What you got?
Oh, about the team or
Yeah.
player?
Team.
We performed really well today, but there's always room for improvements.
Yeah.
And we yeah, like you said, Ortega, if he can get into the soft spot and find that open space, shoot the three, he can just make the three almost all the time if he's feeling the type of energy to do so.
Yeah, get a couple down at the rim early, and then honestly, the way he's shooting these open shots, especially from the corner, when on that drive-in kick, I'm most confident with Otega Owe shooting that shot than I am anyone else. Maybe Trent Noah. Trent Noah open, he's the one I'm picking if you got to shoot it. But Otega Owe's next for me, just because while his release looks a little funny and it's not traditional outside. It's not the Kobe Brea pretty release. It's going in. It's going in. So I like that. Here you go. You already got a shout out. They want you to come on around the shots with them. Last thing I forgot to mention about J-Lo. You talk about play through contact. I think a little bit of it, like he made some open layups, especially with his strong hand. Don't forget, we saw that last year from Lamont too after his shoulder injury when he was playing that big old brace on. Even on his non-dominant side, I think it's still kind of awkward, where you do got guys lean on, even if you don't, like you're trying to manipulate and get to the rim, and you got this big old thing, like your body just not moving normal. So I do think he'll kind of get used to that, or if he can play without the brace. Then that might help him a little bit too. We'll see if we get JQ back in the game against St. John's. That would be huge just to get some minutes. I think it might be tough. I thought they were going to roll him out in this game at home. So playing at St. John's in Atlanta, I don't know. Maybe it is the Bellarmine game here like it would be that Saturday, so that Tuesday whenever we play, just to kind of give him a warm up. I don't really get that thought process because then he gets one game, and then he gets no real basketball as we go on the winter break, and then comes back to play Alabama. But maybe it's some play time and then a long rest. Then we go. But we'll see. Ultimately, if we got Mo about to play like what he did, if we have our fives playing big like Moreno and BG really did, and J-Lo can stay healthy and help facilitate this offense.
I'm ready to see JQ back on that court.
I would love to see JQ on the court, man.
It would be a miracle if he comes back for St. John's game.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of question it too. I want him to come back, but that's a tough spot to put him in. But I don't know, the debut, and I think we're going to see Denims in the St. John's game. You are way too young to remember Denims, but back in the 90s, Kentucky had these sick denim-looking uniforms. I'll show you a picture. And it was when Rick Pitino coached for them. And they talked about the denims coming back this season. It just makes sense. Unless there's some rules about not being able to do it in a neutral site game or whatever. Whew, denims in Atlanta against Ricky P. Golly, I'm telling you what. We're going to be high on excitement for that. And I don't know how we lose that game. Just fate. Got to tell you, if we're in denims, we're going to win that game. Okay, so 3-point shooting. Let's recap this. 3-point shooting, we can't stop doing it, but we can't rely on it, right? We're not going to be a great 3-point shooting team, but we got to do it. We got to shoot it when we're open, just to kind of space the floor out. Mo Diabata, game changer.
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo helped facilitate the offense, especially when he's on the floor. Zell still trying to find his spot in the not in the rotation, but trying to figure out like his place on the floor in this team as a starter. Otega Owe, keep transforming into Tegatron. We live or die by how he plays. And this team can play this physical all the time, win on the glass, play fast, and then let the offense come to them with the game like we saw in the second half. Hey, it's a new season, baby. It's a new season for the Cats. Monkey off our back. Pope got one. He looked good today. Now, hey, Pope, listen to us. Don't get soft on these boys just because we got to win. Don't get soft on these boys, all right? You keep hammering them, players. Don't get complacent just because you got to win. Keep getting in the gym or take all the way doing 3 days. You keep doing all that same stuff because the season just now started. Quad Ren, go get St. John's, come back, smack Alabama around. Let's go. We got this, baby.
We need a ranked win.
Yes, we do. Let's go get one. Bam. Got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I got one thing for you. Go Cats, baby. Peace! Yeah! Losers! Indiana sucks!